history, but that game wasn't cast, so I don't know about it. So it's never ever over in Dominion, man. It just happens.
Every second counts at the very end. And run down our blue team, which is going to be Cheese Enema, led by Sifu Calvin. Sifu Calvin's going to be on Warwick. Chavez Obama is going to be playing Zyra. Brown Bruiser on Jarvan the Fourth. Grog going to be playing Darius. And around them out is going to be Lurch on Gragas. My favorite Gragas skin, Esquire Gragas, coming in with the champagne bottles.
Yeah, he's fancy. Maybe that's a bottle of Mangria even. I don't know. That would be that'd be interesting if it was.
Need a giant bottle of OJ for him is all we need. And have some nice mimosas. Red team is going to be Feel the Vibe. We're going to have Half-Hearted on Elise. Nidore Man on Lulu. Talith PA going to be playing Pantheon. Dynov on Kale. And Armor look like she's going to go bottom on Diana. It's going to be Diana versus Gragas bottom, a typical AP middle matchup, and they pretty much go even. With two skilled players, no one really has a big advantage because when they both hit 6, one has a gap closer and the other one has a gap opener. So the explosive cask pretty much canceling out closing the gap with the Lunar Rush. So we'll see how this goes down bottom, and a typical 4-man top. The two Bruisers actually waiting because they don't have any poke. Pantheon does have a good spear. He's really good at chucking spears, but not as much poke as a Kale would. And they're going to go 1v1 up top here. Simply Calvin taking some damage. He's going to be lifesteal some of that back. Talith PA wanted to go in on it. He does turn around for a second. Krog wanted to apprehend, not pulling it out. Shavazobana taking big damage from the burst here, and Jarvan's going to go in right on to Half-Hearted. Talith PA getting ignited and exhausted. He's going to be the first one to go down to Jarvan. Sifu Calvin going to die now, and it looks like they're going to be losing this fight. Zyra still up, Repel coming down, closing the gap with Half-Hearted. Chavez Obama in a little bit of trouble here, does have the passive, might be able to hit Dynov. Dynov juking it at the last second. Great job as Nidore Man caps this point, even though the revives are coming in now, and Red Team taking a solid hold onto the windmill early.
Seen a couple pings going off in the middle of the map. Warwick has discovered a spider in the middle of the map, and Brown Brewster hates spiders. As Talith PA is going to throw the Heartseeker for a little bit of damage, force a little bit of positioning. Also, Airborne connects on Talith PA, sends him up, and away. Half-Hard kind of hanging back. He's going to throw out the damage right there. Volatile Spiderling comes out. Doesn't do too much damage. Doesn't have a lot of AP going for him yet. Just has the guy's components. Hasn't purchased anything else. Netterer Man, I don't know necessarily like where he's at right now. The snare doesn't connect, thankfully, so he is able to back away a little bit. Dynov finds Brown Bruiser over there off to the side a bit. The snare does not connect to the stun, rather. Sifu Calvin gets slowed. That Clearland slow is so powerful. Going to enable Kale to pick up that kill. Slowing him down just enough for him to get in range of the enemy team. And where did it go? Oh, it came back down, and it didn't get the kill. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Okay.
Half-Hearted doing a great job there, just stalling. Meanwhile, down bottom, Gragas taking down the Diana 1v1 and not even showing a scratch. The health roll going to have to top him up as they fight up top. A great intervention coming out on Dynov, barely living. He's going to get ulted with the Wild Growth because the plants are doing some damage here. Pantheon coming in and picking up the double kill, and they're going to be able to turn this windmill back for Feel the Vibe.
And down the bottom lane, yeah, man, Lurch has got armor pushed back up against that tower pretty well, and now Gragas got quite a fair bit of range on those to be able to throw that damage out. So it's going to take a little while, I think, before Diana ramps up. Now, Diana can have a lot of burst potential later on. Sifu Calvin gets the Glitterland slow, and you get gives vision as well. Spiraling connects for just a little bit of damage. Like I said, at least not too scary yet. That's going to come later on. Brown Bruiser's setting up. J4 doesn't believe in walls. He does believe in spiders! And Half-Hard right there getting completely locked down. They don't want to deal with him at all. Got the suppress off on him and the Airborne. The Repel tried to get out but wasn't able to do so. Now, oh, the cast kicking them out of the Cataclysm.
Not enough for her to get away, though. Diana going to go down to Sifu Calvin as they chase down the last two members here. Dynov getting the speed up, but getting apprehended back in. He's going to take a lot of damage and going down to Darius, not even needing to dunk. It looks like it was on cooldown, so he didn't get the reset. Sifu Calvin in a little bit of trouble, trying to go 1v1 with Nidore Man, and just getting kited over and over by Pixie and Lulu, doing a great job delaying the inevitable, which is them capping this top red point. Kale coming back alive. Shavadabani, a little bit of trouble. A good route there. See if he has enough speed to get out of there. Dianov actually dropping the chase. And Lulu doing a great job still, just defending this point. We do have Darius trying to cap it. He's going to finish it off as Talos PA comes in and interrupts the cap at the very last second. Great job there, deciding to interrupt the cap instead of going for Jarvan. And it looks like they're going to be able to turn this back around.
Dianov up at the top now, kind of looking around, but not finding anyone there. Great last moment interrupt right there, really helping them out. Especially after Warwick, excuse me, had kept Lulu away for a little while right down there, kind of harassing, baiting her a little bit so that she would not go up and interrupt that cap at the top there, and that's what got them that neutral in the first place. So that was a pretty cool play right there that could have ended disastrously if NetherRare Man was able to connect particularly well. So now they're grouping up in the middle of the map, and I can see something bad happening here. They know what's going to go on. They saw the standard go down. Sifu Calvin goes for Talos PA. Talos PA in the thick of the fight right there. Gets the invulnerable from Kale. So a lot of damage wasted trying to kill an invincible Talos PA. Half-Heart in the back now, just chomping away with those little spider fangs or whatever they're called. And Krauog going down. Sifu Calvin could be the next one. And that's what happens when you spend all your abilities fighting an invincible Talos freaking PA.
Not only did he get the intervention from Kale, but the wild growth at the same time in the middle of their team, knocking everybody up, giving him free reign over their team because they couldn't CC him, they couldn't slow him down, they knew he had all the damage, and they wanted to kill him first, but the timed ultimates from Kale and Lulu put a stop to that instantly, and they came ahead of that fight very well, neutralizing the point over here at the refinery, and it looks like they're going to cap that back, but extending their lead a little bit further, now 347 to 450.
And I like the neutral and back play. That's a very safe play. You don't want to overcommit to that and get caught and killed, which gives them basically a free opportunity at the windmill if you get killed trying to cap their refinery or drill, whatever the opposing teams might be. So very safe neutral and back. Talos gets apprehended, but Krog's taking a little bit more damage than he's comfortable with, it seems. He starts backing out of the fight. J4 connects with a very good airborne right there, but Half-Heart was in the air. He went up so high, he came down with a vengeance. And the Cataclysm is up, but Sifu Calvin is down, and Lurch has left the lane. He's going to help his team out up there, and they're going to sweep that. J4 and Lurch with the Windex, bringing it up to clean things up.
That was a great job by Lurch. He had the minions pushed all the way up to the Boneyard. Diana was pretty much defending the minions so that they didn't get to the tower. Lurch just went up, throw down some casks, did some big damage, and made them come out of that fight with a big win. They're actually going to be able to take the windmill now. I don't think Pantheon's going to use his Skyfall. He's probably just going to run right up there because he doesn't want to get too far ahead of his team and die, which would be a mistake. And it looks like they might play around the middle here. Krog in a bad position if all four of them come in here. And it looks like he's going to get caught out by the Pantheon right now. Missing the stun from Half-Hearted. They're all getting rooted, but Talos PA is coming in. And it looks like they're trying to slow him down. Half-Hearted with the repel. Going to get Chavez Obana, getting the double ultimate once again from Lulu and Kale. Sifu Calvin going down. And Lulu and Kale being on the exact same page saying, I do not want our little spider to die right when they go to engage that fight.
And there's no one breaking off for the windmill. Okay, there we go. Pantheon heading up to the windmill right now. NetherRare Man getting that kill off on Darius. Darius coming back just to interrupt that. Hoping that J4 maybe could take care of it, but once two more people swept down there, J4 just kind of wasn't able to stand up to that. And they're going to get the full capture on that tower there, which is kind of awesome. Talos freaking PA up at the top here. Gonna take the windmill as well, putting them at a 4 cap, and now Half-Hearted. Half-Hearted? Half-Hearted? What? Oh, what?
J4 not able to catch him, and there he finally goes down to the extra hit. And Sifu Calvin trying to get this point back for the blue team, but Talos PA still has his ult up. He is just going to defend the 3 cap they have now. Kale looking to bait them a little bit, going back right there on the speed shrine. But it looks like they're not going to try to overcommit here because it hasn't worked out the last time for blue team. They've been doing a great job closing the gap to putting big damage onto Krog, and Chavez Obano dying very quickly in a lot of these engagements. And
now they are grouped up. It is the Death Star. It has been activated. This is a tyrant with retinue right here hanging out. And the slow! Oh, see how crippling that is when you get hit by that glitter lance, man? It's rough stuff.
It's a line of sight slow that doesn't stop at the nearest champion, so it's really good. Half-Hearted having to repel up, see where she goes, drops right back down in the middle of the fight. getting the Lulu ultimate and the invulnerable. The dunk not going to do anything. Brown Boozer getting polymorph. Big damage coming out. Half-Hearted still staying alive. Sifu Calvin not going to be able to close the gap on this one, even though he's fast. Half-Hearted coming back saying, bring it on. I got 4 spiders with me, and we all mean business. Chavez Obama might get caught out here. Ooh, very close. Lulu had a good feeling that they were going back in that bush. Iterate Man doing a great job with the map awareness.
And Lurch getting harassed a little bit by Talith PA with the stun down the bottom lane there. Civil Calvin's going to come and help his teammate out. And Pantheon recalling right there, but then he stopped kind of coming to help out, but it was a little bit too late to save Diana, and now he's probably going to get dead. And that's just very unfortunate. There's the suppress right there. He might... Nope, he's not going to get Lurch in the exchange. Civil Calvin's going to zone him back away a little bit. It's an unfortunate situation.
An excellent play by Lurch there. He body slammed into Diana. He had dropped a barrel that wasn't going to hit, and then he baited Diana to come down a little bit close to his barrel and milling at that max range barrel that he just left sitting on the ground, which is actually a champagne bottle, which finished off the Diana. Brown Bruiser taking a big amount of damage here as they try to defend this port. Iterate Man getting gripped in, but going to pop the wild growth and the invulnerability once again. Sifu Calvin in a little bit of trouble. Brown Bruiser exhausted, getting a kill in there, but he's going to die next, and it looks like a 3-for-1 right now.
No, that knockback was beautiful.
Big damage.
Pushed her right into the wall.
He's actually running the Blackfire Torch as well, and the Explosive Castle right now doing well over 500 damage. Half-Hearted popping the revive, trying to catch somebody out here, but getting rooted coming into this bush. It might be in a little bit of trouble. Sifu Calvin's fairly tanky right now on that Warwick, and they're going to tee off. Infinite Duress coming out for the kill. Chavez Obama dropping down the Stranglethorn just in case so they didn't lose Sifu Calvin there.
Dynov in the bottom with Talus PA trying to get this tower back, but Lurch is doing a very good job of staying out of distance. He dropped that cask. There's that cask zoning going on that you were talking about, and he's going to go through that wall because walls, he doesn't believe in them, actually. And if you don't believe in it, it's not really there.
That has got to be the max range belly bump coming through that wall. He comes back up again, kiting Dynov around, just playing with them. But meanwhile, armor on Diana is going to go 1v1. Oh, he lands a good cast here, Lurch. It's a little 2 1v1 fights back and forth. Dynov not wanting to tee off completely. Lurch trying to get back to the safety of his turret as it's turning into a 3v3. And Kale doing a good amount of damage right now with that Gnasher's Tooth and the extra attack speed from that.
It looks like they are going to fall back, especially since Zyra is down there as well. See Dynov with the invulnerable. Lurch, whoa, barely getting out of that alive. Close for him. Got the Cataclysm goes down right there, but Talus Pay doesn't care. He's going to jump right on over that to get into the fight. Sifu with a suppress. And now Talus trying to defend this. He goes for the up and down. Once again, buying him that extra time and kind of forcing them to fall back there because while he was in the air, he couldn't be targeted. They were just kind of standing there taking that tower damage, and they decided to fall back. It was a very unusual play, but nonetheless effective.
Yeah, it was a very good job there. They didn't have either ultimate on the Warwick or Zyra to pop him up or stop him from doing or suppress him from doing that. He popped up and he came back down. It was just enough time to buy him for a little bit of reinforcement to come in, and meanwhile up top the 2v1 Darius going down hard. 2v1 not able to defend that turret, and the windmill going for red for a 3-2 cap right now, and it looks like they're coming back ahead of Cheese Enema right now.
And Sifu Calvin taking a little bit of stun right there, pursuing half-hard, throws down the Infinite Duress and Repel up. Where's he gonna go? Comes right back down, back on him, airborne from J4 going off, and multiple ultimates at a time, but Half-Hearted, one of their big damage dealers, takes the Noxian Guillotine there, goes for Talus PA right after that, so they're two of their DPS down. Netherman hanging out in the back, and oh, not going to get the Noxian Guillotine off on that one, but does not secure the kill there. Snare, double kill between Chavez Obama and Netherman's Lulu, but Lulu immediately pops that revive to get back because they need to get to this top point here, because Brown Bruiser and Talus PA are going to have to fight over it, and it creates a really imbalanced fight when you have a full health Lulu on your team.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think they want a 2v2, and Warwick in the tough shape right now. He's running the Spirit Visage, so every time he does use his Hungering Strike, he's going to get a bunch of health back because it scales really well with that Spirit Visage, also lowering the cooldown of it at the same time, but nobody wanted to commit to that fight, knowing that everybody's coming back up. Gragas actually went missing down bottom, so Red didn't want to come and try to chase them down to the refinery. They're just happy with their 3 points right now. They're extending their lead even farther, about 150 points now, and Blue team really needs to make something happen right now. Half-Hearted actually getting caught out, going to repel up once again, coming back down, trying to get out of there. Brown Bruiser continues putting damage. Krog taking extra damage. A Cataclysm coming down, finishing him off. Armor getting the Lulu ultimate, and it looks like they're going to try to fight this one. Another invulnerability coming out. Armor doing some good damage, seeing the fight, but not enough to stay alive. Brown Bruiser and Lurch going to finish up the last kill, and it's a 4-for-0 exchange. 4-for-1. Zyra did die. I thought she had just a sliver of health, but she was a dead plant.
And in a very interesting turn of events, 2 towers go neutral, 1 in the bottom and 1 on the top. Talus PA backcapped the refinery, and then Gragas went over to capture the drill. So the entire landscape of this game has completely changed with that last engagement.
Yeah, Minions actually doing the work down bottom and capping that, neutralizing that point all for themselves as the fight has been going on. Lurch in a little bit of trouble up top. Talus PA, tons of HP, dropping down on him. A good burst from Gragas at the very end, but not going to be enough. Sifu Calvin going to have to pop the Infinite Duress on Talus PA, trying to slow them down, trying to stay alive, doing a great job sustaining, keeping that tower damage on his side, but Dynov is going to come in with Lulu and finish him off. They're going to cap that windmill for sure right now.
Yeah, they got that tower. They're going to turn it around. They can put them back in a 3-cap situation after the chaotic mess that was that last one, which forced sort of people from each team to kind of commit to go getting towers, which created that engagement at the top because of other people having to have gone elsewhere. I know Dynov gets the airborne right there. Kaleborn was already a little bit airborne before, but now Kale is grounded. Nidoran getting caught by the Cataclysm right there. And Exhaust as well. I'm not quite sure the Exhaust was necessary, but it's going to be good to help secure that kill, help Warwick close that distance, be able to get that swipe off.
Yeah, that way they'll be able to get the windmill back. They'll start getting the points back in their favor with the 3-cap. Gragas just defending down bottom here. Doesn't look like he wants to sit on the point. He kind of juked back. I don't think they know he's there. He's going to lead an easy barrel on Talus PA, and he's trying to defend against these minions, but it is a 1v2. They do have hard CC. Diana doing good damage. Exhaust coming out on Lurch right now. Explosive Cast coming out. He's opening up that gap one more time, and now his team's going to come in. Super Calvin, Chavez Obama. Here comes the Infinite Duress onto Armor. Armor in a lot of trouble going down, getting dunked at the very end. Talus PA now going to be the next one to die. Lurch coming in with a body slam. Pretty cheeky with only 2 bars of health. Meanwhile, Dynov is going to take the windmill again. Brown Bruiser trying to slow it down. He's going to try to get out of there. Half-Hearted chasing. The spider's not going to be able to find him, even though it is one of those heat-seeking spiders. And I think they'll be able to cap the windmill. It's going to be very close. See if Blue Team can stop them on Chavez Obama here. Nidoran slowing them up. They did stop the cap, and now it's going to be a 3v3. Brown Bruiser low, but did get the Storm Shield coming in with big damage. Nidoran in a lot of trouble. Lulu going down. Kale also going to go down right now. No ultimates up to save them, and Half-Hearted being the last one to fall in a 3-for-0 exchange. And very good job there by Blue Team capping that windmill back.
They didn't quite get it close enough for the minions to take the tower for them. I think Kale coming down off that tower might have had something to do with that, because it was just a sliver away from being, maybe not quite a sliver, but more like a wedge, like a cheesecake slice away from being captured up there. And that little bit extra would have given them the defender's advantage that might have not had them feel confident enough to dive. But they still have plenty of Nexus health banked. It's still Cheese Enema that's down right now. They have 73 Nexus health to more than double that on the side of Field of Vibes. So we'll see if they can get back in this game. Civil Calvin getting caught right there, getting down to half health. Kralog with the Apprehend there and the airborne from J4, but another invulnerable Talus PA able to put down all the damage with the Heartseeker Strike, tagging every single member of the enemy team.
And he is a monster with Wild Growth and Storm Shield up there. And they came for a 1-for-4 trade. They're going to take the windmill back and reassert their position. Pretty much, as long as their intervention and Wild Growth are up, they're winning every one of these engagements. It is the difference between winning and losing a 3v3 or 4v4 for them. As long as they have the Wild Growth and they have the invulnerability from Kale, they've been handling these engagements and coming out way ahead. But without him, they've been losing really hard. So I think what the Cheese Enemy needs to do right now is come and re-engage another team fight while something's on cooldown, while the Wild Growth's not quite up yet, and I don't think they're going to be fast enough. Believe it or not, the cooldowns are coming back up already. Intervention only being a 36-second cooldown. Wild Growth, 48-second cooldown. Sifu Calvin re-engaging onto Half-Hearted, putting out the damage, and there it is. The Wild Growth knock up, the intervention. Jarvan trying to put a little bit of damage on a Dynov, getting out of his own Cataclysm. The big damage coming out from the Gragas barrel, though, and it looks like they're going to come ahead with this Gragas damage. Chavez Obama living with just a sliver of health, and they did win that engagement, simply having Gragas there with the AoE damage. He's putting out big bursts. He does have a Void Staff, the Blackfire Torch, and a DFG, and just nuking people as he gets into that fight. He's going to take the drill. Sifu Calvin and Darius on Krog are going to be trying to take out Dynov. They might get him. There it is, the last Q from Sifu Calvin, and they're going to be able to take this windmill, save a Pantheon ultimate, and he doesn't look like he's got to actually get it down, because he used the last engagement.
Armor's going to hang back and recap that as Half-Hearted Nether Man are going to take the drill. Everything got neutral while that was going on. And Talith Pace, there's some minions over here. He might be able to pull this neutral before Zyra gets here. Is he going to back off afterward? Oh no, he's going to try and get as much capture in on it as he can. So one click away from interrupting that there, but now they've made a lot of capture progress on there, so they only need to get a hold of it for a little while if they want to turn this tower back over. Now J4's Airborne was down, only used on armor right there, which means he's not going to have to interrupt Talith PA or Half-Hearted. They're just going to put the damage down on him, force him out of the fight there. Lurch is going to catch Talith, but he's used the cask though. He has Darius on his team, and Darius is difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have a little bit of a standoff down here. They're just trying to slow them. Half-Hearted looking for a good stun. He's going to jump in with the exhaust, trying to get Lurch, but the body slam, oh, not enough. The Neurotoxin going to be able to finish him off. Armor going down to the dunk, and Krog's going to die to Half-Hearted right here. Not enough damage. Those spiders, no... when you actually get up in the air and repel, you can see all bushes that are within your area, so you can't run away from that. You can repel down top. And Jarvan coming down, popping the Cataclysm, and taking the spider back out. And they're trading back and forth here, but they need to do something quickly. They have the 3 cap, 16 points left going. Brown Bruiser and Chavez Obama need to make something happen here. Darius trying to cap Windmill all alone, and it's not going to happen.
No, especially not with the slow between Reckoning and the Glitterlance right there. See, Dynov's Kale just swinging away one after another. Pops intervention right there. And does get hit by the Airborne though, but there's the Wild Growth after that, and it's just like you talked about, Skill Factory, Wild Growth, Airborne, and everything is mostly okay. If Netherman can just hang on for a few... Yes, the Garrison's going to seal that deal.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the game right here. Not enough damage to be able to take out Kale and Lulu with both their ultimates up and try to delay the very end of that game. 119 points to 0, and Feel the Vibe actually going to come out here.
And Feel the Vibe going to go on to the finals, which is pretty awesome. They haven't made a finals in quite a while, but I think that's what happens when Talith freaking PA is on your team.
Yeah, Pantheon showing a strong showing tonight. I mean, every time he hasn't been banned, he has been unstoppable. Talith PA playing him very well. Not quite the 23-4 I think we saw from the last Pantheon, but still a force to be reckoned with. Excuse me.
Alright, let's take a look at this post-game lobby screen here. And see Pays Evelyn Child Support. Looks like that's going to be Pays Evelyn Child Support versus Feel the Vibe in those finals there. And I'm going to go ahead and get in the lobby for that. And then there's probably going to be a commercial break. No, there's not probably. There's going to be one. Twitch emoticons don't work over here, just so you know. Padual.
Especially when you try to spam them.
Yes. Well, a couple of them do, but a couple of them don't.